Hello, my lovians, and welcome back to another Thoughts Writing Update, or writing episode. I'm sorry, they're updates / episodes, you know. We're going to talk about my manuscript that I'm working on. Actually, I have two manuscripts. We'll talk about both of them. Mainly at this very moment, we are going to be talking about this one, which is The Church of Samuel. I'm pretty sure I gave away the title already. And The Church of Samuel, like I said, is a novel where it's like Satan meets like conversion is how I'm selling it. And at the moment, if you have been watching my vlogs and things like that, I have put my due date for the first act on June 1st. Now, is that going to happen? I'm not entirely sure. I have a lot of traveling to do over the next week or so, so I'm not entirely sure how much writing I'm going to be able to get done, but I'm going to try to write as much as humanly possible in those next, in this next 11, 12 days or something like that I have. So right now, I'm currently sitting in my manuscript at 148 pages and 20,872 words. Now, Act 3 is supposed to start around the 32,000 mark, if I did my calculations right. I'm one of those people. There's only a few of us that do this, but I'm one of those people. Now, of course, that could very much change because this chapter that I'm currently writing, which I had just started last night, because I'll get into my whole entire, NaNoWriMo thing that I'm doing, which I'll explain and things like that in a minute. Because of that, because of what I'm doing, and some chapters might be shorter. We're getting to the bulky end to set up, so Act 1 is mostly character development with a few actions that would prevail forward. And one of those actions is being solved in this particular chapter, and so we're solving a problem that I already introduced to introduce a new problem, basically, is what I'm doing here. And, which could be calming yourself into a hole. Honestly, not entirely sure, but either way, it's working at the moment. And so I have recently just started writing that chapter, and that chapter could end up being shorter. Now I don't really think it is, because I was trying to think of plausible ways to do this, and none of them worked out, and so I have to go back and brainstorm a little, which is fine. Brainstorming is a part of the writing charm. You have to figure out the chapter before you write, because then you run into problems such as several continuity errors that I've run into, and so I need to go back and I need to fix those before I jump ahead. It was the same thing with this chapter. I had to go backwards before I could go forwards to explain things, because there's certain things I had to explain. I was like, oh, I can't do that if I do that, you know what I mean? So, the next chapters could have come out longer than the chapters that have been, previously done. They range between 9 to 14 pages and different things like that. So honestly, we are just going to have to sit here and we're just going to have to find out. I mean, I'm not going to write, I'm just going to find out. But I also want to talk about, how I'm doing it, so you guys could, know. So NaNoWriMo, if you guys did not know, which I don't know how many of you guys know this, but you can have goal trackers. Goal trackers are simply, you go into you sign into your account to NaNoWriMo, which is National Writing Novel Month, which is November 1st to November 30th, and I'll be writing a book this year. If you guys, actually, I'll probably be, more than likely, I'm probably editing this year, not writing, but that's okay. And you get onto your My NaNoWriMo, and you go to Goal Trackers, and with Goal Trackers, you can set whatever goal you want over 180 days or something like that, 160 days, on those lines, and it will tell you how to track that goal. I like this the best, other than any of the other ones that I have found or seen or anything like that. So the way I do my tracking, because I do my tracking in periods of time. For instance, I'm working on 2 different manuscripts. Both of them I want to be done somewhere in the beginning of August. Somewhere in August, I want them to both be done. And so I have to work on 2 different books at the same time. The one book, I have no idea how long it's going to be. I didn't do most of my pre-planning for that. And then we have this book, which is pre-planned to the end, and this is a very long book, basically. And so I'm doing 2 weeks, 1 week, or whatever. And so I set goals. For instance, I have about 12,000 words before I reach the end of Act 1. Somewhere around there. It could be less, it could be longer. We'll figure it out when we get there. And so I set that goal, and I gave myself 15 days to do it, because that's a reasonable time to write 12,000 words, I think. And once you get there, the goal is over or whatever. So it's from May 18th to June 1st is my writing. And so I write about a chapter a day, somewhere around there. It's around 1,800 words. Right now I'm writing over everything, so it's more than that, but it is what it is. And So that's like how I'm handling my writing situation. Yes. Now, if we jump into my second project is nowhere near as long as my first project. You guys are gonna find out. Hold on, I gotta go find it. I think it's this one. Open it up. We'll wait for it to open, obviously. While we wait for it to open, I have a story to read you. So for Mother's Day, I am a writer, and I'm sorry for anybody who likes presents, because I don't get them. Oh, okay. I think this is the right one. Sweet. Cool, we can talk about it. I've not really mentioned much things about this story, except for it's something that's not out there. It's very original. Well, it's not original, but I'm changing one big factor, and I think that's going to interest a lot of people, just that change. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm very excited to write it. I'm going to be really excited to write it throughout a certain week of this month. I'm not going to tell you what week, but in June. June's going to be the month for me to write this. And so, you know, we're going to jump into that very strongly. But, anyway, for Mother's Day, which was a few weeks ago, I wrote my mom a thing. I made her this little short story and, like, some other things. And I decided that I would share that short story with you. It's a small paragraph short story, but I figured, why not? No one else is going to see the light of day, so I'll tell you, because I like you. You're nice to me. There once was a mom, by the way, the grammar and stuff is probably not the best. I don't think it's the worst. She didn't really critique me on it, which is weird. But it's also her Mother's Day present, so maybe that's why. You know, don't judging. So just to give you a heads up, I read it a few times, and I don't like how certain things are said here. But either way, we're going to read it as it's written. There once was a mom who lived in the woods with wolves. The wolves were nor mean nor nice. The wolves were just there. The mom, who had to protect her 3 little ones, were grateful for the wolves that surrounded them. They kept away the ugly, horrible people. Until one day, they didn't. A man strong and mighty took the children away from the mom, and she had to grow. She understood why such a horrible and ugly crime had to happen. She went on a journey only a true warrior could go on, and when many moons passed, the mom had been through several monsters, and then she found a prince. And her sweet little children had to grow up, but she couldn't have been happier how they grew up. In a way, the evil man wasn't so evil after all. The mom had found her prince and his village of kids. They joined hands in ceremony, even her youngest, who had no heart, bawled like a baby. The mom found love in herself and love in someone else. Her prince slayed her monsters, slayed her dragons, and she got her kids once again. And now instead of 3, she has 4 little beautiful babies, all living in the woods, surrounded by wolves, named Cookie, which is very sentimental to my mom. It's has a lot more undergrounding meaning. So, with my story that is somewhat like the other story, but not like super like the other story. You mean, okay, no. With my other one, it's a contemporary book. It's a contemporary romance is the genre that it sets in, and so that's basically all you need to know. And I'm only 13 pages into this, unlike the 150 pages over there, and I only have like 3,000 words into this story. I'm working on this probably for a week or so, whereas I'm going to be working on Church of Samuel for like 2 weeks. Just because Church of Samuel has a much more outlined, I want to go back into the outlining chair. I want to sit down with my mom, which I think we can do this when I get back from my little trips and things that I'm making. I have some graduations I have to go to, graduation parties, different things like that. And so, oh, that's why I'm going to be in June. That's why I'm going to be in plan those days. Okay. Makes so much more sense now. Either way, and so we have like all these other things. I have to sit down and I have to figure that out. I can't do that this week, obviously, because I can't do that for the next, like, few days. But yeah, that's my book. That's my writing update. I'll update you guys again. I'm planning on doing these, like, once a month, throughout the month. I don't know when, but once a month, you'll get one of these on the 3 days that I post BookTube videos, and yeah, so, yeah, but, it's one of the songs. I'm not going to link it because it's an important song to a story. But, yeah, I hope you had fun with that. It's not my favorite song. I need to figure out, I need to make a jamming playlist, basically, for these videos. I'll start working on one of those, so I know exactly what songs I just brings it out of me, you know what I mean? But, without further ado, guys, I'm ending this video right here. If you enjoyed it, please leave a quick thumbs up, don't forget to comment down below, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you all next time.